In this video, we'll set up the controls, the node group that will give us flexibility on the scale of our objects that we're scattering. So to start with, we'll hit Shift-A, and we're searching for scale instance. And we're going to plug this here to the right of the scatter settings. So this means that whatever information is coming from this, it's going to take the scale of the object in the location, and then it's going to scale it after the things that happen here. So let's move this over to the right a little bit. And we need to first, or I guess next, add a combine X, Y, Z. And that's going to give us control over the X, Y, and Z scale. And we're going to plug that from the vector into the scale settings. Now, and I'll move that over some more, we're going to need 3 math nodes. No, I'm sorry, 3 random value nodes. So I'll make one, Shift D for a second one, Shift D for a third one. And we're going to plug these in, one to the X, one to the Y, and one to Z. Let's go ahead and select all 5 of these. Press Control G to group them together. Okay, so to start with, we're going to leave these values alone, and then we'll set them later once we have connected everything. So what we need control of are the min and max values for the X, min and max for the Y, min and max for the Z. So I'm just going to move this down so I can see it better. So I have the group input, and the first one goes to X. So we're going to have the minimum value for X and the maximum value for X. And in case you don't know what these do, if I change this, the smallest it can scale is 1. The max, it could be twice as tall. Now you'll notice they're stretched because this is only affecting the Y. So if I hit 0, excuse me. If I hit 0, some of them could be scaled to the point that they're perfectly thin. So we will rarely keep it at 0, but for now we'll just leave the defaults at 0 and 1. So we've connected X, the min and max for X. We're going to connect the min and max for Y, and the min and max for Z. Now, they all say min, max, so it's a little confusing. So we're going to open the property shelf by hitting N. We're going to go ahead to the group tab, and we're going to name these, and we can bring this up and stretch this out so we can see them a bit more. So the first 2 go to X, and these deal with scale. So I'm going to put scale X min for min value, and then scale X for the max value. And the next one will be scale Y min value, then scale Y max value. Let me correct that. Got a capital C there. Last, we have the scale Z min value and the scale Z max value. So those are all the numbers that we would typically need to adjust. We'll hit Tab to go back out and close that node group. And we have all these values that we would like to have listed here in the property shelf. So I'm just going to drag each one over and connect those so that they will appear in the property shelf. So now we can change all those values from this point. So maybe I want the scale to be 90% up to 110% in each direction. So that way we have a little variation in the trees. If you'd like for some to be a bit taller, you can increase the max value. If you want some a bit shorter, you can decrease the minimum value, and that will give you a variety of tree heights and thicknesses. Last, we want to go to the node, and we're going to rename the label to scale settings. And we're going to change the properties name to scale settings also. And just so you see what this will do later, if I want these exact same nodes in this group, I can hit Shift A and search for scale settings. And I can get another copy of that exact same thing with all of our numbers and things attached. So that makes the life a lot easier if you're in a different geometry nodes making something else and you really need this, then you can just pull it up that way. Okay, that ends this video. And in the next video, we'll set up the rotation in pretty much the same way to allow us to have some trees that are slanting a little bit or maybe rotated on the Z-axis.